Live from KSAT 12, the Nightbeat starts right now.
A family desperate for answers tonight after their 3 dogs were stolen. The act caught on surveillance video. But first, we're going to start with breaking news from the southeast side of town. This is the scene at a home on Sky Ridge Avenue near Southside Lions Park. It appears a driver crashed a vehicle into a home. There you see, it looks like it was right by the garage. Details are limited at this point. Right now, we are told that no one was home at the time. The driver was not hurt, and it may have actually been caused by someone running a stop sign, causing this car to go into the home. Again, it does not appear as if anybody was hurt, except for that house itself. Stay with us on air and online as we work to get you complete details on this crash. We're also going to go to weather right now. Some storms could be heading our way. Adam Caskey joins us with the very latest. Adam.
Yeah, and Steve, we've been watching for the development of thunderstorms in Mexico and along the Rio Grande, and they have developed, and they're starting to push eastward. They're having a hard time really organizing. Nonetheless, there is the potential that we could see some further organization at some point this evening, and the potential for some isolated severe weather with hail and a straight line wind gust or two being the primary threat. So you see this activity. This is moving through Kinney County at the moment and even scraping southern Edwards County. And this is mostly north of Bracketville, where we have most of the lightning and maybe some pea-sized hail in there. Maverick County, a little bit of activity coming over. But so far, this is just garden variety thunderstorm activity and nothing severe, nothing strong, just some good beneficial rain. Now, at its current pace, heading eastward, it's still going to be some time before it would make it to San Antonio. I mean, this is still pretty far away, but assuming it holds together, it would make it here a little closer to about 1 a.m. is when we could expect the arrival of those storms. So we boosted our storm chances to 40% from midnight through 1 a.m. and then tapering off after 2 o'clock. And by tomorrow morning, we'll just be dealing with some low clouds and maybe some patchy fog and drizzle. But we do have some changes you're going to notice into the weekend. We're going to talk about that and how the cold front affects it in just a bit.
This was caught on camera yesterday. Dramatic video from that incident at 281 near TPC Parkway showing DPS troopers opening fire on suspects and their car during a chase on a crowded roadway. Video sent to KSAT 12 by a viewer shows a scary end to that situation. You can see as the video plays further, DPS troopers are seen trying to pull over the suspect's vehicle on 281 near Loop 1604, then went past Loop 1604. Lieutenant Jason Reyes with DPS originally said the suspect sped away to avoid being arrested after being seen breaking into cars at South Park Mall. 3 suspects arrested, one of them taken to the hospital for minor injuries. DPS says they are all facing charges that could include evading arrest, burglary of a vehicle, and/or aggravated assault. Now to a family's beloved French bulldogs stolen. Surveillance video shows the brazen theft in broad daylight. As the 19's John Paul Barajas explains, the family now asking for your help to find the thieves and their dogs.
A family's nightmare caught on home security cameras. Video shows 2 people in ski masks walk out of their home with their 3 dogs and nothing else.
They weren't only dogs to us, man. They're like family. You know, my kids are hurting. They're still crying. You know, randomly they'll just start crying out the blue. It's just a feeling of, you know, where they at? Are they being mistreated? Who has our dogs?
Gabriel Rodriguez says his dogs were taken Monday afternoon. A 4th dog followed the suspects outside but ran away when they tried to pick her up. Rodriguez tells us the suspects broke a back door window to get in and out in 13 minutes.
These guys, they had a time limit. They knew what they were doing. They knew we had cameras. They knew we had a security system. They knew that law enforcement was going to get called. They were in. They were out.
He explains the Frenchies are more than pets to his family. His young children even celebrate the dogs' birthdays. Now he believes the break-in was all based on the dog's breed.
It's scary, you know. We're thinking, hey, do we ever want to get dogs like that again? You know, just because we had French bulldogs, we were targeted. But they didn't care about our TV. They didn't care about any of our belongings. They just wanted those dogs just to make a quick buck.
Rodriguez tells us they do have the 1 pup that escaped, but now he worries the suspects might come back because they left 1 dog behind. The family has filed a case with the Bexar County Sheriff's Office, and BCSO is actively investigating. But if you have any information that could help them out in this investigation, you're asked to call 210-335-2221. at the Bexar County Sheriff's Office. John Paul Barajas, KSAT 12 News.
Somebody has to know something about where those dogs are. Thank you, John Paul. Well, San Antonio City Councilman Clayton Perry could have his charges for a drunk driving crash dismissed. That's if he completes his probation successfully. Perry pleaded no contest today to charges for DWI and failure to stop and give information connected to a November crash. Both are misdemeanors. The judge sentenced him to 1 year deferred adjudication. That type of probation allows Perry to avoid a conviction upon completion, but the charges would still be on his record. He must complete 24 hours of community service, abstain from alcohol during his probation, use an ignition interlock device on his car for at least 6 months. Again, if he completes deferred adjudication, the charges will not remain on his record, is my understanding. Perry is not running for re-election to San Antonio City Council. The San Antonio Police Union took to the steps of City Hall today to warn voters against supporting Prop A in the May 6th election. But how much do you know about this proposition and what it includes? It's wide-ranging. The proposed amendment includes several police reforms, and right now on KSAT.com, we have a full explainer on Prop A. We also have a list of everything else that'll be on the ballot for the May 6th election. Just scan this QR code to be taken to our election homepage. Now to new developments in the fight over abortion rights. The Supreme Court allowing widespread access to the abortion pill for now. Justice is temporarily pausing a lower court ruling that would have restricted access beginning this weekend. ABC's Tim Pulliam explains what all this means.
Mifepristone, an abortion pill used in more than half of U.S. abortions, can stay on the market under existing federal guidelines, at least for the next few days. The Supreme Court pausing an appeals court ruling for new restrictions on the drug before they were to take effect Saturday. Justice Samuel Alito issuing an administrative stay while the justices consider the court challenge.
We hope that the Supreme Court throws this case out. It is meritless, and it's undermining the FDA's authority.
Anti-abortion rights group Alliance Defending Freedom, a plaintiff in the lawsuit, releasing this statement in part. We look forward to explaining why the FDA has not met its heavy burden to pause the parts of the district court's decision that restore the critical safeguards for women and girls that were unlawfully removed by the FDA.
The abortion pill must not be banned.
The High Court's decision is a brief win for abortion rights groups following a week of chaos and confusion for doctors, patients, and the drug's maker. Last week, a Texas judge suspended FDA approval of the pill that was first cleared for use over 20 years ago. A Washington state judge issued a conflicting order. A federal appeals court ruled it can stay on the market for now, but with restrictions. Looming limitations that could include preventing women from accessing the drug after 7 weeks of pregnancy, requiring 3 in-person doctor visits, making it unavailable by mail. As of now, mifepristone can still be administered up to 10 weeks of pregnancy and remains available via telehealth and by mail for at least 5 more days. Tim Pulliam, ABC News, Los Angeles.
And now for a look at some of today's big headlines in your Nightbeat News Flash. A drunk driver will spend 12 years behind bars for killing 2 people in a crash that happened almost 2 years ago. 29-year-old Gabriel Gaitan pleading guilty to 2 counts of intoxication manslaughter. Police say Gaitan was driving on Highway 16 near South Zarzamora Street, ran a red light, slammed into a car. The impact forced that car into a ditch, killing both people inside. Onions all over the highway. It's enough to make you cry. That's what happened about 2:15 this morning after an 18-wheeler crash at I-35 in O'Connor. Police say that truck hauling around 80,000 pounds of onions. No one seriously hurt, but as you can imagine, cleanup took a while. That's a look at your Nightbeat News Flash. Fiesta not officially upon us, but there's still some Fiesta events taking place. It means lots of good food, drinks. You can also burn off those gorditas and chicken on a stick this weekend by getting fit with a Fiesta Flair at Fiesta Fit Fest. HEB has partnered with San Antonio Sports and Fiesta to host several free events open to the public, including beer yoga, biking for the kids, and on Saturday you can lace up your shoes and run the extra mile with the SATX 5K and 10K runs. We spoke with Jenny Carnes, the CEO of San Antonio Sports, about the big party.
We we wanted to create something that's really unique to Fiesta, especially this year when we're kicking off the Fiesta season. And we like to say, burn it to earn it.
Burn it to earn it. If you can't make it out on Saturday, don't sweat it. Instead, bike on down Sunday to witness the only Tour de France race in the United States right here in the Alamo City. 2,000 bikeless will ride to UTSA's main campus, eventually make their way all the way into the hill country. For a full list of events happening at Fiesta Fit Fest, you can head over to our website. Also, now the time to get your tickets to the Battle of Flowers Parade. KSAT offering you tickets to our parade viewing party. Your ticket will come with a great seat, 2 tacos, a drink, and access to private bathrooms, perhaps most importantly. For ticket information and all things Fiesta, you can scan the QR code on your screen. It'll take you straight to our KSAT Fiesta homepage. It's being used to bring young men closer together, while a local basketball league says it's about more than just a game.
It's just a basketball game.
Tonight, we got to see the first game of the new Community Basketball League on the East Side. The Night Team's Patty Santos tells us how the organizers say the game is being used to teach young men responsibility, discipline, and build character.
It's just a basketball game. But for Charles Satterwhite and Troy Smith, it's an opening to help shape young men on the verge of making life-changing decisions.
We have an opportunity for them to get jobs, have them go through programs.
Lock up! The nonprofit leaders invited men between 17 to 25 years old and drafted them to play for the Community Basketball League. Friday marked the first game.
They want something different because they have babies, they have a life outside of this. So that's the easy part. The hard part is getting the city and everybody to believe.
For many, it's the first time they've had a chance to be a part of a team. The 8-week league seeks to build character, confidence, and responsibility, some of the top traits they'll need to find jobs.
You know, so we go out there and we talk to them and say, listen, we have an opportunity, but you have to want to help yourself.
Smith says the league has been in the making for years. They're grateful for the corporate sponsors and tax dollars behind them. In the weeks ahead, the men will play, volunteer, and work together to become better versions of themselves.
If they learn how to win and we're teaching them as they go, because you can give kids tools all day, but we want to show them how to use these tools. We want to show them like, hey, this is what you need to do with these tools.
There's bigger goals for the league, but tonight, it's just about celebrating those who showed up. Patty Santos.
And I need y'all to do whatever y'all want to do, but do y'all best. That's it.
KSAT 12 News.
It's a team game. Look at live cam right now. Calm, nice, 74 degrees. But there are storms brewing out there, Adam Caskey.
Yeah, and now we have one severe thunderstorm far west of San Antonio. So let's just get right to the radar screen and take a look at the latest. And you'll see the activity far west of town. It just moved through Del Rio and it's now out of Valverde County. It's headed eastward at 25 to 30 miles per hour and headed towards San Antonio. And we do expect it to affect us later on tonight. Notice the severe thunderstorm warning for parts of Kinney County. This is basically north of Brackettville in a pretty rural part of Kinney County, and that's until 11 p.m. And that's a result of the potential for larger hail, like damaging hail, 1-inch diameter hail. So on the low end threshold of severe thunderstorm, but definitely the potential for that damaging hail just north of Brackettville. And if we time this out, assuming it really holds together, right, and maintains its strength, this would then make it to Concan by 11:28 p.m. So Concan, you're still a little ways away, but it'll be making it to you at 11:28. Brackettville, it's moving in as we speak. And then this, these little clusters of storms just south of this main batch, really showing signs of falling apart, not really being all that organized. I do see an outflow boundary kicking eastward through Eagle Pass as well. So this activity is pushing eastward. It's still pretty far from San Antonio, but we expect it to make it here by midnight to 1 a.m. That time frame, we'd expect it around San Antonio. As for the communities a little bit closer to this cluster of storms and this line of storms, let's get you some times here. Barksdale at 10:54, Camp Wood at 10:56 p.m., 19 Mile Crossing at 10:58 p.m. Nothing around San Antonio at the moment. However, midnight to 1 a.m. we'll be here tracking it and we'll keep you updated. Here's our latest Futurecast, the latest run. It has that cluster and it's pushing it eastward. Notice midnight on the clock here. Pause it there as it moves into Bexar County. And then all the way through the midnight hour up to 1 a.m. it starts to move out of San Antonio and Bexar County. And that's the time, 1 a.m. It'd be east of San Antonio, Gonzales, Smiley, down toward Garden City, and then whatever's left of it as it moves east of town. See some stray showers left over later on tonight. I think the severe threat is primarily through San Antonio, New Braunfels, out towards Seguin, and down toward Garden City. That's where we could have the primary threat being large hail. So we'll be here, keep you updated, especially on our KSAT Weather Authority app. That's where we can update you the quickest, even live from the studio there. So notice our storm chances here for San Antonio, up to 40%, 12 a.m. to 1 a.m., and then dropping back down pretty quickly. Outside right now, we've got 74 degrees. Dew point is 69, so we've got that moisture in the air. That's going to change. Dry line hits us tomorrow. The humidity drops by midday. So a muggy morning, even some patchy fog possible, and then low humidity, sunny but warm, 93 degrees. The high temperature tomorrow. Cold front moves through, low humidity on Sunday, sunny, 55 in the morning, then a high of 79. And I am expecting some high wind gusts with that front Saturday night into Sunday morning. We're talking 35, maybe even close to 40 miles per hour. That would be after midnight, early Sunday morning, all the way through basically noon on Sunday in terms of those winds. So a beautiful day on Sunday, really overall, especially with all things considered, lack of humidity, sunshine, and some crisp morning temperatures. We get into Monday morning, we're down to 52, then sunny and 80. And notice by Tuesday of next week, we get into a trend of daily slight storm chances, 20 to 30%. By the way, quick update, Fiesta Medal giveaway, my next one Monday. That was this coming Monday at the YMCA off Henderson Pass. That's just east of 281 Thousand Oaks and Henderson Pass.
All right, and since you're going to be here late, I want people to know how they can watch you for the latest updates.
Yeah, the KSAT Weather Authority app is typically the best spot. Also on air if necessary. We'll be on air.
All right, thanks, Adam. All right, it was Roadrunner against Roadrunner. Blue-orange game tonight, Larry.
Yes, offense versus defense, and it was pretty much a glorified practice, to be honest with you. And a lot of the big names did not play. The spring game for the Roadrunners was pretty much about the young guys and the backups just getting more experience. And what is up with the San Antonio Brahmas? What's up with their offense coming up?
We need a win here, man. Fans have come out and we haven't given them a win. And what was this, 3-4 weeks here? This is our 4th week here. So, man, it feels good to get back to the city of San Antonio.
Yeah, the Brahmas are facing a must-win to keep their playoff hopes alive in big board sports. Take you to the Alamo Dome, where UTSA football wrapped up spring ball with their annual Fiesta Spring game. Quarterback Frank Harris, safety Rashad Wisdom, running back Kavorian Barnes, and other key starters did not play. In reality, it was a glorified practice in front of a good-sized group of fans. There was no tackling either. And here's a touchdown pass. Eddie Lee Marburger to Chris Carpenter, and spring ball is over with.
I got to see, a lot of younger guys go out there and play, and it's great potential out there. Great potential. We just got to keep on building over the months we got to the first game.
Healthy teams don't win championships, tough teams do. And we have a lot of guys that are willing to step up to the plate, and the work is just as hard as the ones, and we got a cavalry ready for them,
Over at the University of the Incarnate Word, the Cardinals are also going through spring drills. Today was practice 11 out of 15. Led by new head coach Clint Killow from MacArthur High School, the Cardinals are looking to build off the success from last season when they went 12-2, advancing to the FCS semifinals. They lost some key players from that squad, but they're still very talented on both sides of the ball. This morning we stopped by practice to see how spring ball is going.
I think everybody's stepping up to the plate that need to step up, and we're all the new guys are coming in, bonding, and everything's just looking good, like the same culture we have, and sticking to the plan.
Yeah, it's a different chemistry. We trying to bond more, trying to get with each other and really be in with each other, like learn each other, get to know everybody. It's very special for us to get our bond together, and our bond, we need to keep working, get our team put together.
UIW's spring game is set for next Friday morning at 9. The San Antonio Brahmas are here in town ahead of their showdown tomorrow night with the Orlando Guardians. The guys got to the Alamo Dome around 1:15 this afternoon, held a walkthrough before heading out to some community events. In order to make the XFL playoffs, the Brahmas must win their final 2 games and have the Arlington Renegades drop their last 2 regular season games. Defensively, the Brahmas are holding their own, allowing 16.4 points per game. It's their offense that's struggling, scoring the second fewest points at 14.5 per contest. But in all fairness, the offense hasn't been in full strength this season.
We've just been reshuffling offensive linemen from day one. So it's hard to find that consistency on the offense when you play 4 quarterbacks this season. You're mixing new guys in up front. We lost our starting running back.
Guys have been going down since before the season even started, So it is one of those things we can control what you can control. And make sure I prepare my best, so I'm able to put my best foot forward for the team, and then just, everybody else around, got to do their jobs and we can be successful.
The Brahmas will host the Guardians tomorrow night at 6. SA is favored by 1.5 points. And on Sunday, the 4-4 Arlington Renegades will play at the 7-1 DC Commanders, and DC is favored by 8.5. The NBA fined the Dallas Mavericks $750,000 today for sitting out multiple key players last Friday while still in playoff contention. The NBA said the Mavs engaged in conduct detrimental to the league by sitting 5 of its top 6 scorers for a better draft pick. So Dallas owes its 2023 first-round selection to the Knicks unless the pick falls in the top 10, in which case the Mavs would keep it. And as of now, Dallas has an 80% chance of doing so. How about this? $750K is probably peanuts for Mavs owner Mark Cuban, who's worth $5.1 billion according to Forbes' latest calculations. In the Eastern Conference play-in tournament tonight, the Heat beat the Bulls in Miami 102-91 to win the 8th seed. So Miami will face the Bucks in the first round of the playoffs. The Mission's looking to snap a 2-game slide after the break. Welcome back. The Missions were hosting the Frisco Rough Riders on Fiesta Medal giveaway night, and those are pretty sweet, right? Top of the second inning, Frisco leading 2-0 with a tack on another run. Scott Capers hits a solo shot to left field to make it 3-0 Rough Riders, and Frisco wins 7-0. There's still 2 more games left to go in this 6-game series. And in the bigs, the Rangers beat the Astros 6-2 tonight in Houston, taking game 1 of that 3-game series. Josh Young from right here in San Antonio had an RBI single for Texas.
Rangers kind of quietly putting together a nice year so far.
Absolutely. And right now, the first place AL West. I know there's a lot of baseball to go.
Yeah, of course.
But still.
So far.
Yes.
Yeah. Thanks, Larry. We'll be right back.
Storms still far away from San Antonio. They're off to the west. They're headed to the east-northeast, and I expect them to affect at least part of San Antonio around midnight all the way through 1 a.m. We'll be here tracking it. We'll keep you updated, especially on the KSAT Weather Authority app, where we can go live from the studio and even on air if necessary as well. Otherwise, we get into the weekend, and once this threat has passed by 2 a.m. for San Antonio, it's going to be a rain-free weekend, and will be 90s tomorrow, 93 degrees, but dropping humidity, and then Sunday down to 79 for the high temperature. So a bit of a roller coaster ride this weekend. Humidity comes back on Tuesday. With it, we get into a daily routine of some isolated afternoon storms possible, including Fiesta, and Friday. There's just a slight chance. We'll watch it very closely and, of course, keep you updated. But this is what we have out there right now. That activity just north of Bracketville is where we have a severe thunderstorm warning, and that's until 11 p.m. The primary threat tonight is going to be large hail, the potential for some damaging hail. But that's what we have out there right now.
All right. You'll continue to track it. Thank you, Adam. That did for the Night Beat. Have a great weekend. See you on Monday.